Hello, guys. Just take this call first so I can introduce myself. Hello, you are live. JK, would you mind to share your name and your location, please?
Sir, my name is Dilip. I am from Delhi.
Hi, Dilip. How are you?
Sir, I am doing well. What about you?
Yeah, I'm very well. Thank you very much. Thank you. You are the first caller, yeah, on the day today. So, how can I help you?
Sir, actually, I want to ask you some questions
Sure.
about my careers, and I messaged you before, like, what is the scope of the civil engineer in UK, and I want to settle in abroad.
Civil engineering scope in UK.
Yes, sir. I want to build my career in designing field.
Right. Okay. So, are you planning to come for like a master's degree? Is that the plan?
No, sir. I am not planning for master degree. I'm just want to do job.
Right. So, what's your experience? I mean, back home. I mean, have you got experience? Anything?
Sir, no, sir. Actually, now I don't have any experience. I am fresher, but I want to do some courses which will help me to get the job in UK.
Okay, I got your question, Dilip. Stay online on the YouTube. I'll answer your question there. Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks for your call.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dilip, for your call. You are the first caller. And actually, I didn't introduce myself as yet. So let's crack on with the introduction first. So this is a Sunday, the traditional Sunday afternoon live session, the question answer session. So, guys, if you are watching me for the first time, this is sort of every Sunday. I plan to go live and take your calls and take your questions and provide you the answers to the best of my ability and my knowledge. So this will be a Sunday afternoon, 3 p.m. UK time. So anyone, I mean, that can join me, they can call me on my WhatsApp number, and we can discuss and have a chat. Basically, that's the purpose of this session. So, Dilip, just going to your question now, civil engineering scope in the UK, and you're planning to come here for work and not for studies. So obviously, I mean, in my videos as well, I said this time and time. Basically, if you're coming for work, on the work visa, actually that's called skilled worker visa program. So obviously, the name suggests skilled worker visa. So you need to have the skills to come here. I mean, that's the only way you can come here, and the employer actually they can adopt you and basically bring you over from India. That's the only way. Otherwise, that there's no other alternative. The alternative obviously is as a student, you come here as a student and then you get into the job later. But apart from that, you have to have the skills. By skills, I mean the minimum, I should say, 5 years experience. If you have those sort of experience, but make sure that that should be in a specific field, because generally the way market works here in the UK is quite specific. So if you are basically doing the design work, civil engineering design work, you should be specializing in the design sort of yes side. You don't have to bother about the commercial or the sort of those side work or any other sort of different disciplines. You don't have to bother about other stuff. So you need to concentrate on specific field. And if you go at least, I would say, 5 years experience, you can apply through the job portal, which I would say the LinkedIn is the main one. You can make your profile there. The portals will be indeed.com, cvlibrary.com, totaljobs.com. These are a few generic sort of you can apply online basically anytime through these job portals. But obviously, before you apply, you need to have those skills in place, and that will be the only way you will be entertained by the employer here in the UK. I hope this clarifies your question, Dilip. But just going back to introduction, obviously that was before I introduced myself, and Dilip called straight away. So thank you very much, Dilip, for your call as well. um, Give me a comment as well, basically, if you're satisfied with the answers. Obviously, I'm trying my best, I mean, to give you the real answer, not just basically, I don't want to trap you anyway. I give you the answers what I believe is the right answer, obviously based on my experience here in the UK. That's what I'm providing me. So make sure you just respond that in the comment section that you are satisfied with the answer. Obviously, if you got any more questions, you can answer the questions there. But guys, if you're waiting for the call, I would just add my number in the comment section below, and you can call me on that number and let's have a chat and just bring up your questions there. uh, right guys, so just going back, if you're new to the channel or you're watching me for the first time, this is just a regular weekly sort of call, a 1 hour session from 3 p.m. UK time to 4 p.m. That's the time scale. So you can call me on that number, the WhatsApp number. You can call me from anywhere, and then I will try my best to give you the answers or give you the sort of suggestion what I believe is the right sort of content from UK perspective. The content can be anything relating to civil engineering, obviously my main subject. If you are relating to civil engineering, you can ask about the job prospects, the studies here, in-demand courses, and all those stuff. Apart from that, if you're a student coming here, about the immigration sort of side as well, so I can help you with that. Settling in the UK, actually, I've gone through the whole process myself already, so obviously I can share my experience, and I'm sure that's going to help you as well if you're going through the same phase as we speak. So this is the content of this session, but obviously I would encourage you to give me a call rather than through the messages here if you can. That would be really appreciated. The only reason I'm keep repeating that, yeah, give me a call, is just to have a feel, basically a personal feel. Yeah, we can have a chat rather than, yeah, just through the text messages. I don't mind, I mean, reading your questions. They're on the in the comment section, but obviously we feel a lot more easier as well. And obviously the audience that are watching here, that can benefit as well from your questions rather than through the live chat there. So guys, give me a call. But before I get any further call, I wanted to just discuss a few matters. I mean, the recent sort of, yeah, changes to the actually the different sort of situation that keep changing in the UK from the UK perspective. Obviously, around the globe as well due to the pandemic, the COVID situation. So there were countries, I mean, they were on the red list, and the quarantine system. That's where lots of questions come around. Yeah, how we can book the quarantine hotel in the UK from overseas, and how we can reduce the cost. I mean, these sort of questions that came in the meantime last week. So I would just catch up, yeah, on those sort of, yeah, subjects here as well before I get any call, so I can respond. Yeah, I can break this session, and then we can discuss the question specific. But yeah, just to let you know, the red list countries, I mean, they keep changing. Basically, if you're traveling from any country, make sure you check the gov.uk website, gov.uk website, and that will give you the latest information on the day you're looking at. Obviously, you need to plan your journey based on that website. That keep repeating all the time. There will be more countries that will be added to the red list on the 12th, basically in a few days time. And on the 17th of May, there will be some more countries that will be removed actually from the red list, and they will change to the green list as well. So you need to ensure, if you're traveling from abroad to the UK, make sure you have read through the gov.uk website. That will give you the information there, which country you're traveling to. Each sort of, yeah, these are red, amber, and green sort of category. That's how they categorize here in the UK. So different countries got different rules. Basically, if you are from the red list country, you got a different rules to follow to come to the UK. You have to go to the hotel quarantine. From the amber country, if you're traveling from those countries, you don't have to do the hotel quarantine, but you can do at your own will, at your own place with family and friends and other places. From the green list countries, you don't have to quarantine at all. So these are the different sort of, yeah, categories. So you need to ensure you abide by the rules, and all the rules are there in the go.uk website. But one thing I wanted to share here is, obviously, if you're coming from the red list country, which currently majority of the Asian country, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and all these countries, even Nepal is going to be added soon as well. They will be added to the red list country. If you're coming from those red list countries, um, So obviously you have to do the hotel quarantine. So obviously I've been speaking to different people. They already arrive here with other colleagues as well. So I was trying to gauge how we can reduce that cost, which generally cost, I mean, if you're traveling from a red list country, the hotel quarantine costs £1,750 per person. So I was trying to gauge how we can reduce that cost, and what are the different loopholes, or the different opportunities. I will carry on with this sort of, yeah, discussion, but let's take this call first. Hello, brother. You are live with JK. Would you mind to share your name and your location, please? I think, yeah, I lost the brother there, or maybe he didn't like my voice. So yeah, let's wait for another call. But I'll carry on. If you're traveling, oh, again. So let's try again. Yeah. Hello, brother. You are live with JK. Would you mind to share your name and your location, please?
Hello, sir. My name is Funny and I am from India. So
Ha-
I've been following you since quite a lot of time.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Fanny.
you for picking up my call.
Thank you. Thanks for your call. Would you please share your questions? Because there's a big queue actually. There's other calls coming as well. So if you
Yes, yes, I have two questions, so I'll
sure,
ask
yeah,
them at once.
yep,
Yeah. So the first one is I want to study environmental management course in the UK, which include modules like impact assessment and other modules like GIS, environmental sustainability, etc.
yeah.
So what is the scope of these kinds of courses in the UK?
Okay. What's the other
So this
question?
is the first question. Yes. The other question is I have got admits in similar courses like environmental management and sustainability from two universities.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is University of Manchester, and the second one is Imperial College London. So the University of Manchester is in my budget actually, but is it advisable to spend some extra amount from my budget because of the brand name of Imperial College London? So this is my second question.
Thank you very much for your questions. Get online. Basically, I'll respond to your question on the YouTube if you get there. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thanks for your questions there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Cheers. Cheers. Bye. Let's get this another call, so we'll respond together. Hello, brother. You are live with JK. Would you mind to share your name and your location, please?
Yeah, I'm calling from India. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much. What's your name, please?
My name is Raja.
Hi, Raja. How are you?
Yes, Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, brother. How can I help you, brother?
Actually, I'm coming to London in September.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know what formalities I should complete before getting job, and how can I complete it?
Are you coming for the job or is it for studies?
No, I'm student.
So you're coming as a student, and
Yes, yes.
so what? Sorry, I didn't get your questions right. So you're coming as a student. So
Yes, I'm a student. I'm coming as a student, and I just want to know if I want to work part time, what the formalities I should complete first.
right,
I
okay.
search the job.
Okay, so is it about the part time only, or you thinking about the long term, like after completion the full time jobs?
No, I want to get settled in UK.
Right. Okay.
Though I am a student, so initially I will able to work 20 hours.
Yes, that's correct. Yes, that's correct, Raja. Is any other questions?
No, what are the formalities and how to complete it?
Okay.
These are two questions.
That's great. Yeah, I got your question. Please stay online on the YouTube. I'll answer your questions there. Thank you very much. Thanks for your call.
Yes, I'm watching your channel regularly.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate that. Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you. And
Right. So there were two calls from Funny. Did I say Funny? I don't know. Funny. My apologies if I'm pronouncing it wrong. But yeah, you called earlier. So your two questions was your admission is in environmental engineering, GIS sort of side. What is the scope of that course? Brother, this is a really in demand course, I should say. Especially the energy from waste is really booming in the country here in the UK. So it's a really a good choice, I would say. So you are on the right track, I must say that. So yeah, don't worry about the job. Obviously you need to do your struggle there when you complete. Obviously there will be lots of competition out there as well due to the pandemic, lots of people that lost their jobs. But your choice, yeah, the course choice is really good. And I'm sure, yeah, you won't be disappointed with that course after the MSc. The other question was about the choosing between the Manchester University and Imperial College. Obviously, Imperial College, one of the high regarded or high grade sort of, yeah, a college there, which obviously with a big price tag as well. But Manchester at the same time is high regards as well. Obviously, it's a lot cheaper than the Imperial College. So in terms of the choosing the university, I generally say, yeah, to the students that it doesn't matter. I mean, what university you do your masters from, as long they provide or they deliver the course content you are interested in. So that should be your priority. Obviously, if you can't afford the Imperial College, Manchester is a great choice. I would just encourage you go with Manchester if that's affordable for yourself. And when it comes to basically the job, after completion of study, when it comes to the job, it doesn't matter where you did your masters from, because it comes to the same point. What skills you have, you can provide to the employer, and it comes straight to that sort of interview stage. And in the interview, they don't generally ask where you did your masters from. All the universities here in the UK, they're affiliated, and they're providing, yeah, a great sort of education. So you won't be disappointed with any of the university you're choosing, as long they provide the content you are interested in. So if you can't afford Imperial, don't put yourself in too much stress, I would say. Go with Manchester. That is a big university and a big name as well. So I hope this clarifies your question there. And oh, it's a gamey. Okay, is it gamey or funny? I don't know if I just call on the in the live chat there. There's questions there as well. So I'll go to the live chat a bit later once I finish with these ones. Yeah, with the live course. So keep watching here for a bit of later stage. So I will respond to all the questions that are coming on the live chat as well. So I hope funny that clarifies your questions there. Do comment there, yeah, if you're satisfied with the with the answers. Obviously I'm just sharing my experience. That's all I could do here. The next question came from Raja from India. Okay, before I respond further, there's another call. Let's take that call first. Hello, brother. You are live with JK. Would you mind to share your name and your question?
I am also Suchna from India.
Sorry, can you say that again?
I am also Suchna from India. Hello.
Yes, you are from India. I didn't
Hello.
catch your name, brother.
I am also Suchna from India.
Okay. How can I help you, brother?
May I speak in Hindi? I'm more comfortable with Hindi actually.
हिंदी, यस, बात कर सकते हैं। मैं हिंदी में कोशिश करता हूँ। मेरी हिंदी अच्छी नहीं है, लेकिन बात कर सकता हूँ थोड़ी बहुत।
नो प्रॉब्लम, नो प्रॉब्लम। बेसिकली मैं मास्टर्स करना चाहता हूँ स्ट्रक्चरल इंजीनियरिंग से।
अच्छा।
मुझे बेसिकली जानना है कि मैं कहाँ से स्टार्ट, मतलब मैं अभी टोटली कंफ्यूज हूँ कि मुझे स्टार्ट कहाँ से करना है। मैं बेसिकली काफी एवरेज स्टूडेंट हूँ।
अच्छा।
और कुछ लोग कहते हैं कि आपको पहले थोड़ा एक्सपीरियंस होना चाहिए तभी आपको एक्सेप्ट करेंगे, या फिर आप थोड़ा रिसर्च फील्ड में थोड़ा अपना पेपर अपना प्रिपेयर करिए तब आपको एक्सेप्ट होगा।
अच्छा, तो स्ट्रक्चर इंजीनियरिंग में आने के आप पहले बीएससी सिविल इंजीनियरिंग की है कि क्या? वो वहाँ इंडिया से क्या करे अभी?
मैंने सिविल इंजीनियरिंग डिप्लोमा प्लस बीटेक करा हुआ है।
अच्छा अच्छा, तो उसके बाद एक्सपीरियंस वगैरह नहीं, आप डायरेक्ट स्ट्रक्चर में जाना चाह रहे हैं?
मैंने थोड़ा सा मॉडलिंग वर्क किया है, रेविट वर्क में बेसिकली
अच्छा
करता
अच्छा,
हूँ,
सही सही
डिजाइन वर्क।
सही सही। एनी अदर क्वेश्चन ब्रदर?
हाँ, मेरा सेकंड क्वेश्चन ये है कि मैं फाइनेंशियली मैं इतना स्ट्रांग नहीं हूँ।
राइट।
तो मैं क्या पार्ट टाइम जॉब से मैं अपने एजुकेशनल एक्सपेंसेस और जो मेरे खुद के एक्सपेंसेस वो मैं उठा सकता हूँ।
अच्छा, एजुकेशनल प्लस फी।
हाँ, जैसे आपने आई थिंक वो बता रहे थे कि आप स्टार्ट में 1 साल आपने आपके वर्क करा थे, उसके बाद आपने फिर एजुकेशनल अपना एजुकेशन स्टार्ट करा था। तो क्या इस तरीके से मैं भी कर सकता हूँ?
अच्छा ब्रदर, एनी अदर मोर क्वेश्चंस?
नो।
अच्छा, थैंक यू वेरी मच। ये मैं बात करता हूँ, लाइव रही है यूट्यूब पे, मैं कोशिश करता हूँ आपको जवाब देने की।
ठीक है, थैंक यू।
थैंक यू वेरी मच ब्रदर, थैंक्स फॉर कॉल। Okay, brother, thank you very much for your calls. So the question came from brother Raja. Oh, there's another call, so keep piling the questions, brothers. Hello, brother. You are live with JK. Would you mind to share your name and your location, please?
Sir, myself Hari Krishnan. I'm calling from Kerala, India.
Hi, Hari. How are you?
Okay, I'm fine, sir. And what about you?
I'm very well. Yeah, thank you very much for asking.
Okay, thank you.
How can I help you, brother?
Okay, I just called you to know about which one is better, sir. Actually, construction management or environmental engineering. I'm a BTech graduate.
Right, construction management versus environmental. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. So actually, and another thing is that my YouTube ID is gave me, and I am giving you the messages right now.
All right. Okay. No, I got it. Thank you very much for your call. Yeah, I would encourage you. Do give me a calls, okay, rather than through the message. See, I don't bite. I don't bite.
Sure, sure.
Thank
Okay,
you.
sir.
Thank you, brother.
Thank
Yeah.
you, sir. Thank you.
Stay online. Stay online for the answers. Yeah.
Sure,
Thank you.
and I'm here too. Thank you. Thank you.
Cheers. Okay, brothers. Thank you very much for your calls. So let's crack on with the answers. So, oh, another one. Seems quite busy today. So let's take this one as well. Hello, you're live with JK. Would you mind to share your name and your location, please?
Hello.
Hello, yeah.
Yeah, my name is Nurali.
Nurali, yeah.
Yeah. So I just wanted to ask you a few questions.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'm planning to apply for the course in quantity surveying in UK.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is the scope for that quantity surveying in UK, and what are the job opportunities?
Right, okay.
Yeah, that is the only question I have. And actually, I have shorted out 3 universities: Hyderabad, Oxford, Brookes, and Birmingham City University. So, according to you, which university is good for quantity surveying?
Harriet Ward, Birmingham, and
Birmingham City University.
and which one was the second one? Harriet Ward. You had Birmingham City, and there was a third.
Oxford Brookes.
Oxford Brook.
Yeah.
Okay. Is any more questions?
No.
Okay, stay online. Yeah, I'll answer your questions there. Thank you very much. Thanks for call.
No questions only.
Cheers. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I have one more question.
Sure. Yeah. Yep.
Actually, I have completed my master's in construction management.
Mm-hmm.
Then also I'm trying to apply for the quantity surveying because my personal interest is in quantity surveying. So it is advisable from you that shall I go for the another master's program if I'm interested in it. So that is.
Did you do masters in the UK or from overseas?
From the India.
From India, and you're planning to come basically to do another masters in the UK.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I got a question. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. You're really helpful.
Thank you. Stay online. Yeah, I'll answer your questions there. Thank you. Hello, you are live with JK. Would you mind to share your name and your location, please? Hello?
Hello, I'm Hiba from Kerala.
Sorry, I didn't catch your name. Can you repeat again, please?
My name is Hiba from Kerala.
Hiba, how are you, Hiba? You okay?
Kerala.
How can I help you?
Okay. So I called to ask, like, we have been thinking about doing post graduation in UK.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got an offer letter from Greenwich University for
Right.
MSc in Civil Engineering. So I wanted to know what is your opinion about doing MSc in Civil Engineering there. And like I'm a bit confused about the stream to which I could turn after doing Civil Engineering, and which would be a best option for a lady to do after MSc in Civil Engineering.
Sorry, I got your first questions. Just a break. Yeah. So you got offer from Greenwich University to do MSc in civil engineering, and you want, yeah, the scope of civil engineering. Did I take that correct? Your question.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
And I've taken this 1+1 course, the one with industrial placement. So is that good? Like, what are the benefits of doing a 1+1 course? Like how will internship will be? I'll be the internship, and how is it going to help us? And another question I have to ask is, what will be your advice before we come to UK for our studies? And is it a right choice to get job in UK? Like, uh, is it the possibly best option to choose civil engineering so that we could continue working there in UK?
Right. Okay. Now I got your questions here now. So is there any more questions?
No, that's it. That's
Okay.
I mean, we have decided on coming to UK this September for the September intake.
Mm-hmm.
So is it the right time to enroll for the course September 2021?
Right. Okay. Yeah. I got the questions. Thank you very much. Thanks for your call. Stay online on the YouTube. I'll respond, yeah, to your questions there. Thank you very much.
All right.
Cheers. Thank you. Right. So there's a big list now. So let's wrap up, yeah, some of the question there. So Raja, your questions was, you are coming for September session, and what is the basically for the part-time jobs, how you can secure your part-time jobs during the studies, which you are allowed 20 hours during that period. So obviously the situation here in the UK is getting better and better. And by the 17th of May, which is just in a week's time, there will be more relaxation as well. All the non-essential shops, essential shops, everything will be go as norm. And I believe the universities is going alive as well. Basically, they may go, some of the university go face to face as well there. So it's very good session, I would say, September. And I'm sure you will find the job. Basically generally the part-time jobs, you'll be looking in the departmental sort of stores, like we go big stores, Tesco, Asda, Sainsbury's. These are the other sort of, yeah, the chains like Next, and this Primarks. These are the sort of, yeah, the big chains. You will concentrate on those sort of side. I mean, this is one side of it. There's a food chains like McDonald's, Burger King, KFC. These are the food chains. You can try those ones as well. There's lots of opportunity, especially for the students. They can provide you sort of, yeah, the 20 hours there. Also there's a warehouses sort of jobs as well. They are available as well to grab during your studies as well, and that is manageable for with your studies as well. You can do a couple of days there. So there will be jobs available. Unfortunately, you won't be basically eligible to apply for your sort of, yeah, like a civil engineering or those kind of jobs as a part-time. That is not an option. So generally the question comes as well whether I can do part-time as a civil engineer. So that's not an option. So ignore that option, but otherwise all the other options will be open for yourself. And in terms of finding the job, generally, obviously, due to the pandemic, everything went online. So I presume most of these sort of, yeah, the food chains and the other sort of, yeah, the opportunities will be online as well. So you can search online and apply straight away online, even for the part-time jobs. But ideally, if you can visit the stores there, you can ask the managers there, the store managers, and you can hand over your CV. That was the traditional way, basically, before the pandemic. That how did that happen? Basically, that's how you would find the part-time jobs there. But obviously, because of the pandemic, more and more people there, they went online, and this will be the situation going forward. So online, you can search them and apply for the jobs. That's the best, yeah, I can advise you. Basically, you can go for the part-time jobs like this, and I'm sure by September there'll be a lot more opportunities than what we used to have basically due to the pandemic, as we are moving in the right direction from pandemic. So I hope this clarifies, Raja, your question there. There was questions from इंडिया didn't catch his name properly. उर्दू में मेरे साथ बात की तो मैं उर्दू में कोशिश करता हूँ। मेरी उर्दू हिंदी अच्छी नहीं है, लेकिन कोशिश कर रहा हूँ कि आपको आपको समझ आए, इतनी इतनी ज़रूर आती है मुझे। लाइक स्ट्रक्चर इंजीनियरिंग स्कोप, उसने इंडिया से जो है वहाँ पे सिविल इंजीनियरिंग की है, बिट ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस, और यहाँ पे आना चाहते हैं फॉर स्ट्रक्चर इंजीनियरिंग। ब्रदर, मैं यही कहूँगा कि अगर आपकी इंटरेस्ट है स्ट्रक्चर इंजीनियरिंग में, डेफिनेटली यू शुड गो विद स्ट्रक्चर इंजीनियरिंग। ऑब्वियसली उसमें आपको ज़रूरत होती है यही जो एनालिसिस की, अगर आप उसमें स्ट्रॉन्ग ऑलरेडी आप काम कर रहे हैं उसमें, तो डेफिनेटली आई वुड इनकरेज यू टू गो इन स्ट्रक्चर इंजीनियरिंग। मैंने खुद स्ट्रक्चर इंजीनियरिंग की है, obviously that was my interest, so मैंने as long you have that interest, I'm sure it's not hard to do structure engineering. Obviously all you need to do is the structure mechanics, structure analysis sort of side. The other side I would encourage you to do is uh, I'll carry on with that, but there's another call, unfortunately, so I'll keep breaking up, yeah, the answers there. So let's take this call first. Hello, you're live with JK. Can I take your name and your location, please? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, you're live.
Hello?
You're live now. Can I take your name and your location?
Yes, I'm Raja again. You have just answered my question, but
Okay.
I ask you, what are the formalities should I complete? What the formalities should I complete before getting the job? I am coming in September to Hertfordshire University.
Right, okay.
And I'm going to do my master's in hospitality, event and tourism management.
Okay.
Masters
Right.
in hospitality, event and tourism management. But what the government formalities I should complete before searching the job?
Okay, I
Is there
got.
any
Okay.
taxation number, or should I acquire it, and how I can acquire it? I just want to know that.
Okay, now I got your question right now. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, thanks for your call back. Yeah, I'll answer that question.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's wrap up that question from Raja. Thank you very much, Raja, for clarifying the question. So the formalities are, obviously you need the national insurance number, and for the national insurance number, I believe there is if you on the gov.uk website, there will be a number there. You can search that number. You call them. They will send you the form basically at your home address. You fill that form and send it back, and they will give you the national insurance number. It doesn't cost you anything, so it's a free, and that's the requirement actually when you do the job here in the UK. That's the first requirement, they ask you for the national insurance number. The other requirement would be your bank statement, basically the bank account. Obviously that's where you get paid, which is very essential. Obviously you need to get paid for your work as well. So for the bank account, you will need the proof of address and ID. Basically generally the BRP, that basically is good enough for your proof of ID. And you need the proof of address, which is something like if you get the NI on your home address, you can use that as a basically as a provider to the bank account, and that would be good enough to open your start your account basically at any of the bank. And again, that doesn't cost you anything, so it's free, both NI and the bank account. These are the only requirements, I mean, to get into the odd jobs basically. Like, I mean, if you're going into the any industry, like, I mean, the food chain or any other sort of, yeah, for the part-time. So these are the only requirements I can imagine. Obviously if you're going like a specialist in the construction sort of, yeah, side, I mean, you looking for those sort of work, you need another sort of, yeah, CSCS cards. I don't want to go into the details. I hope this clarifies this question now, Raja. I'll take this call before we carry on with the rest of the answers. Hello, you are live with JK. Can I take your name and your location, please? I can hear my name.
My name is Vijay.
Can you just mute the YouTube, please? I can hear my voice
Yeah, okay.
actually there.
Yeah, yeah, okay, brother. Okay, brother. But I am Sujin from India, and I have a doubt regarding a course. I am a BTech in civil engineering, and I am so much interested in doing wastewater and environmental engineering. But I am very skeptical about the scope of getting a job if I pursue that course, since so many of my friends told me that I want to pursue structural or construction project management, since the scope of getting a job is completely higher than this field. So, what's your opinion on that?
So you're choosing environmental, yeah, over the structure and
Yeah,
construction.
I am so much interested in doing that.
Right, environmental engineering. Okay. Any more questions, brother?
No, no, thanks a lot for service. We are doing a great job.
Thank you very much, brother. Yeah, keep stay online. Yeah, I'll answer your questions there. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, brother.
Thank you. Thank you, brother. Okay, so I'll carry on with the question that came from India. जिससे मैंने उर्दू में बात की, एक ही उर्दू हिंदी में बात की थी। तो स्ट्रक्चर इंजीनियरिंग यही बात करें कि अगर आपकी इंटरेस्ट है स्ट्रक्चर इंजीनियरिंग में, definitely I would encourage you to go into the structural engineering. मैंने खुद की है, it was my interest, so definitely it's not hard. I mean, you can do it, and all you need, obviously, the some your background, which you're already working in the sort of industry, the analysis sort of, yeah, software usage and the structure mechanics, that sort of side. What you'll be studying here basically is the structure analysis. Obviously, the other important factor is make sure you understand the euro course. Obviously, that's something you'll be taught here in the basically during the course as well. Eurocourse is the standards you'll be studying, and for the Eurocourse, I would encourage you. I do upload, yeah, basically lectures on my YouTube channel as well. So start looking at those lectures. I mean, it won't basically give you competency that you would be good enough, I mean, to understand everything about the Eurocourse, but at least that would give you a flavor basically what Eurocourse is all about. And obviously, once you have gone through these sort of lectures here, I'm sure when it comes to the study, that will recall your memory. Basically, you have already get some knowledge already from the YouTube here, and you can apply basically those knowledge in your studies as well. So I would encourage you to do those Euro courses, yeah, understanding, familiarizing yourself as well. I hope this clarified that question. The next question was about the financial. um, uh, आपने बताया कि financial you are not strong, so whether you can afford study plus your other expenses from your part-time jobs or full-time jobs when you're outside the studies. So brother, I did upload a video on the same subject, exactly covering the same theme, whether you are good enough to basically control all your fee and your expenses while you're studying. So that was the theme. Actually, you can search those in the detail there, but briefly I would say you won't be able to get all your fee from the part-time jobs. Obviously, in the ideal situation, I would say you can get your fee about 40% of your fee during your term time, basically when you get the 20 hours allowance. And obviously, if you're outside the term, that's where you get the full-time sort of, yeah, opportunity to do the full-time job. That's where I'll split it in that video as well, so you can work out, actually watch that video, and I'm sure that give you the full breakdown of all the expenses and also the fee there. So I would say a 30 to 40% fee you can take out from working here in the UK, but the other rest, I would say, approximately 60% of your fee, if you can manage that from overseas, from your home country, you would be able to manage your studies here. So I hope that clarifies, but I would encourage you, do search that sort of, yeah, video on my YouTube channel. Can you pay your, I believe it was the title, like, can I pay tuition fee from my part-time jobs in the UK, similar sort of theme. So that would give you a more breakdown of the expenses, your income here in the UK. So I hope that clarifies, brother, your question there. There was a question from Hari Krishna, India. So construction management versus in environmental. Did I did I in the comment, if you're still watching, Hari Krishna, this is what I got. Sorry, my apologies if I got it wrong, your question, but the question was the construction management versus environmental, which one is better? Um, I would personally, I like environmental. Obviously, this is my personal choice, but I generally encourage the people, yourselves, the students, whatever is your choice. I mean, go with those sort of your priority. But environmental, it's quite in high demand. I would say, not basically with yeah. Basically, I don't mean that construction management is not in demand, but environmental, obviously, the government strategy, the UK government strategy for 2050 is the net zero sort of strategy. That's where they're moving towards, the UK. And obviously there's more and more sort of involvement in the CO2 emission and that kind of yeah energy from waste that coming into the picture as well. So there'll be a lot more high demand in coming. Obviously we're doing the electrical cars, yeah, getting rid of the diesel vehicles. I mean, these are in place, and that's in the rollout now as we speak. So environmental engineering is a good choice, I would say, in the long term perspectives. But obviously, it depends on your choice. Always go with whatever is your favorite subjects. I would say that. But in terms of the if you ask myself, so I would go with environmental engineering. So I hope that clarifies your question there. Um, Okay, Gamey, thank you very much for confirmation. So I hope that clarifies your question, Gamey, there. Um, there was a few questions from Nurali, the QS scope. Quantities where obviously this is part of the civil engineering, come under the same umbrella, civil engineering. So the scope is there. Obviously, when it comes to the finding the job, that's where uh, you need to show the skills. Obviously, as a graduate, you only show the soft skills. I'll carry on with your answers there. My apologies for the disturbance, but as I keep coming the calls. Hello, you're live with JK. Can I take your name and your location, please? Hello, you there? You're live now. Hello? I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Can't hear you. Hello, sir. Yes, sir. I am Vignesh from India.
Hi, Vignesh.
Hello. Yes, sir. I'm going to do construction management in UK
Right.
in September. Take. What kind of part-time jobs that will improve my CV, sir?
For part time jobs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In 1 year, I don't want to need to waste my time. So, what type of jobs or what type of skills I need to develop to catch my job, sir?
Okay, I got your question, brother. Is any more questions?
Nothing, sir. Thank you, sir. That's it.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your call, Vignesh. So stay
Thanks.
online, yeah, on YouTube. I'll answer your question
Okay.
there. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think Vignesh, I already touched upon the part-time jobs, but yeah, we'll come back to that. So you are in the queue now. So I'll carry on with the questions from Nurali, the QS scope. As I was saying, the QS is still under the civil engineering umbrella. The scope is there, and definitely, yeah, there is a huge scope there. But I keep repeating the same thing when it comes to the job. Basically, the opportunity to grab the opportunity, it all depends on your skill set. Basically, what the recruitment or the employer requires. Obviously, you need to go through that list what they requires. If you can fulfill that requirements, I mean, for the graduate, that would be generally the soft skills. I mean, they will concentrate on the soft skills. Obviously, specific, if you're going the QS, obviously you need to have the quantities, or sort of, yeah, the material, sort of, yeah, those sort of, yeah, specific. But otherwise, I would say 70-80% will be based on your soft skills, like presentation, your communication. These are the sort of skill basically you need to brush up, and that's what you would require, I mean, to go for your job. So as long you have those sort of skills there, I'm sure, yeah, there will be easy opportunities there. uh, right. So I covered the job opportunities there. But the other question, second question, was about the choosing university between Harrietwood, Birmingham City University, Oxford Brook. So I think I've touched upon similar question earlier. In terms of the universities, I generally encourage you go with have a look at the content. I mean, if any of these universities are providing you course content, what you are interested in, go with that university. So all the universities, they are high standard university. They're providing the really good sort of education there. So as long they are providing what you are after, what you require basically in your future, go with that one. Obviously, if you can go even with a cheaper one, I would even encourage you to go with a cheaper one if that's a doable option. Because when it comes to the job, sort of finding the job, it doesn't matter, yeah, where you did your masters from. So completely this question goes away, basically, where did your masters from. So it all depends on your sort of the interview stage. So you need to show that skills there, which I already explained. The third question was, you've done QS, and did I, if you're still watching Raleigh, I wrote is here, you've done the QS and you were thinking construction management in the UK for to come to UK to do the masters. I will answer that in this sort of session. If you can please, yeah, confirm that as well, if my understanding is correct, that you have done the QS back home in India, and you are thinking about construction management masters in the UK. So obviously, I mean, I generally encourage you stay within your own sort of field. Why would you change the field? I don't get it. I highly encourage you, if you're doing the QS, if you've already done the QS, why not try similar sort of, yeah, a range, like, I mean, within the QS, or you can improve your again. All right, okay, thank you, Raleigh. I have completed construction management. Okay, so you're going other way around. So okay. Right. Okay. I got your question now. So you've done construction management. You're going with the QS. I don't know what's the reason why you changing there. Why we can't to the same field. I don't want to go into the details there, but obviously I generally encourage you. The university, I don't think they would have any issue if you're going for the masters in the QS. Because we generally call it, all these come under the same civil engineering umbrella, basically all these different disciplines. So you are from the construction management, obviously QS is generally, yeah, there are transferable skills there. So you can do masters, I'm sure, yeah, there will be no issues. I mean, if you're thinking about that, doing the masters here, I'll carry on with that answers. So let's take this call first. Hello, you are live with JK. Can I take your name and your location, please?
Yeah, my name is JP Kumar. I'm from India.
Hi, JP. How are you?
Yeah, fine, fine.
How can I help you, brother?
Yeah, brother. I actually very I'm so happy to speak with you. Actually, trying for you from a long time. And the thing is, like, I have done my graduation in civil engineering.
Okay.
And I want to do my master's in London. But the actual scenario, I have completed my engineering in 2019.
Okay.
And I'm working in India as a quality control, like this thing. So, but I have seen here, like, that paying very low, and the job opportunities in India for civil are very low. And many people in my stream are shifting to IT and earning very high, and there are good jobs in India. So I want to pursue my master's, and I have heard many people saying in London that IT engineers are getting well paid, and there are very vast opportunities in IT industry.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to civil. So what are the real, what's the real scenario over there, brother? And if I shift to information technology or such things like that, and what are the pros and cons? Because in India, I'm seeing here we are suffering a lot. Whereas IT engineers are earning good than us, and we don't have even good job opportunities in India.
Okay.
We
No,
don't have even.
I got your question, brother. So stay online. Yeah, I'll answer your question there.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
So
Thanks for
much.
your call. Thank you.
Lots of love. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, JP. I will answer your question, but yeah, you are in a queue now. So I'll carry on with the construction management versus the QS. So as I was saying, there is okay, Nurali, is quantity surveying is in demand if I compare it to the field like environmental structure construction management. Uh, okay, so it is actually all these whatever you mentioned there, Nurali, in the live chat, they are all in demand. I would say because I keep repeating that civil engineering is in high demand. So it all comes to the interview stage. As long you show them, yeah, basically the your soft skills and obviously specific if you're going into that specific role. Like I mean, environmental engineering, if you show them the sustainability, environmental sort of yeah technicality there, you what you're studying MSc, it's always easy to get a job. But obviously that's completely at the interview stage. But all of these different disciplines, they are in high demand. Generally, as you heard already, I generally encourage the students basically when asked the question, I say go with your favoritism, whatever your favorite subject is, go with that subject. And I'm sure as long you have interest in a specific subject, you can easily settle in and you can study a lot more in that same subject as well. And I'm sure, yeah, any of these subjects, whether it's structure, construction management, environmental, they can all lead you to a good job here in the UK. Personally, if I ask personally, so I will go with environmental because I can see that there's a huge sort of yeah influx from the government. I mean that's coming as well, especially to the engineers. They are expecting the engineers to set the standards, actually the net zero carbon emission strategy, which is 2050 sort of yeah emission strategy. So that's where I can see my favorite would be environmental, but it's completely up to yourself to choose your favorite subjects. You won't be disappointed with any of those sort of yeah subjects there. So I hope I clarifies, Nirali, your questions there. There were questions, quite a number of questions from Hiba. Uh, she's doing Greenwich University, MSc in civil engineering, industrial placement, with industrial placement. So is it good or bad? So let's clarify that question. So if you're doing MSc in civil engineering, first of all, civil engineering is in high demand. I keep repeating the same thing, and I would encourage you just go with civil engineering. The reason I'm saying that civil engineering, you can go in basically any other sort of yeah departments. Like I mean you can go in the environmental as well. When once you have done the civil engineering generic, you would study the generic sort of yeah subjects there, so that will cover you management subjects, there will be some technical subjects, management subjects, and environmental, water as well. So you cover the whole lot basically in that MSc. So when it comes to the job finding, you can apply to any of the jobs, whether that's environmental, that's civil, that's a construction. So that's a good choice, I would say, MSc Civil Engineering. Industrial placement, you're going for 2 years, so 1 year tort, 1 year industrial. Is that a good choice? Personally, I wouldn't go with industrial placement. The sole reason is after completion of your sort of tort course, 1 year course, you should go straight into the job market rather than going through the placement. I mean that's generally I encourage the students when they come for the masters. So I said, yeah, go with the 1 year taught course, because the placement will require exactly the same amount of your energy efforts, I mean, to get the placement. So why not go straight into the job market, and so you can settle in straight away there rather than spending another extra year basically in the placement, and then you have to go through the same struggle later on a year later. So I always encourage, 1 year master's taught course is good enough to get into the market. And obviously now with the PSW introduction, you have that 2 years sort of yeah luxury there. You definitely you can find yeah your place there to find your relevant job. So I would encourage you to go for 1 year rather than 2 years yeah a master's. uh, Right. The third question was advice about what you should do before you come to the UK. So obviously, I mean, for all the engineers, my best advice would be to familiarize yourself with the soft skills is one part of it, your communication, presentation. And this is the good sort of, yeah, your platform I'm providing you. Talk to myself, I'm obviously, so obviously the people, the friend, the colleagues, they call me. And yeah, feel me sort of personal sort of touch as well. Obviously they're talking to me myself, not to the robot. So that improve your sort of communication skills and presentation skills. Just concentrate on those ones, brush up those skills. Obviously these are your soft skills that would be highly demanded here in the UK. The other sort of, for all the civil, especially civil engineers, they're coming over. um, it covers all the disciplines. Eurocodes, familiarize yourself with the Eurocodes. I mean, that will be something you'll be taught here when you do your masters. And I said that earlier as well. I did upload, yeah, a few videos, about 5 6 sort of lectures already on my YouTube channel. I would encourage you, do check those when I'm pretty certain you won't understand. I mean, when you watch for the first time, you won't understand what they're talking about, basically, what I'm talking about there in that Eurocodes. But with a few sort of repetition, I'm sure that will give you the idea about just understanding the code, or how does the code work, because it's a completely different beast. It's completely different than the Indian, the British standards, the American standards. It's completely a different sort of beast there. And you need to familiarize yourself with the Euro course to come here for the masters. So that would be a good sort of start for yourself if you get a chance. So familiarize yourself with the Euro codes, and brush up your soft skills. The fourth question was, September 21 is a good session. Definitely, I would encourage the students, if you're planning September, that would be a good session. From UK perspective, the actually, we are going away from the COVID sort of era now, and by September I would imagine everything would be as norm. So all the lectures, everything, the study would be in face to face, and in the university as well. The jobs prospects will be there, everything, the business will be up and running. So that is a good session. So I would encourage you, if you are planning September, that is a good session. I hope I've clarified your questions there. The next question came from Sujin. Is it Sachin or Sajin? Just confirm in the comment section there, Sachin. So you have done the B Tech from India, and you are thinking about environmental engineering. So what is the scope? I think environmental engineering, I already cover a bit on the environmental engineering, which is currently is my favorite. Structure was my favorite long times ago when I came to the UK at the time, but environmental is my favorite now, because of the obvious reason. We are moving, shifting from the carbon emission sort of, yeah, strategy, from the norm, basically from the standard. So the government strategy is, I mean, to go net zero sort of, yeah, by 2050. Obviously all actually whatever the implementations are currently in the industry, they consider the environmental as a priority. Whatever industry we are working, whether that's the railway, the highway, or water industry, so they all consider the environmental impact implication from all these industry. Even the like, I mean, the EV, the car industries, or all other industry, the emissions control. So they come again, I mean, every industry come under the same umbrella, basically. They wouldn't need the environmental engineers there to control the implication on the environment. So it's a good subject, yeah. Definitely I would go with environmental engineering, and there is a high demand, especially coming in the future. There will be a huge demand for environmental engineers in the UK. The next question came from Vignesh, India. So he's planning to come for construction management in September 2021. What are the part-time jobs opportunity? What you need to do to get the part-time jobs? So, brother, for the part-time jobs, you don't need as such any skills, like, I mean, to do any IT or any sort of, yeah, other skills. As long you have the communication, obviously that's something you need to talk to people in English. I mean, as long you have a good grip on the English, that is good enough, basically, to do the odd jobs. Like, I mean, obviously if you're going the odd jobs, like in the food industry, McDonald's, and yeah, these the KFC, Burger King, those sort of side. So you will face the customer. Obviously you need to have those sort of, yeah, skills, to to talk in English, as long you have those sort of skills. Even if you call it a labor job, I mean, that are not that stressful. Obviously, if you compare with the Asian sort of nature there, which is a lot more sort of, yeah, manual handling. It's a lot more controlled here in the UK, because the people here, the industry, they do care about the health and safety. So you won't be basically required to do like huge heavy sort of, yeah, manual handling, anything as such. As long you have the basic sort of, yeah, the communication skills, that is good enough to get into the sort of part-time jobs. And you can find out, yeah, the part-time jobs in any of the departmental stores, the food chains, the others, the warehouses sort of, yeah, side. So you can find out those jobs there. So I hope that clarifies that question there, Sachin. Sorry, that was from Vignesh. My apologies. So the next question came from JP Kumar. Very interesting question, JP. So you did civil engineering, BSc from India, 2019, and your friends are encouraging you to do the IT because there's more scope, there's more money in IT than the civil engineering. I actually disagree. Maybe because I'm biased. I'm civil engineer, so that's why I'm going with the civil engineering. But obviously, being here in the UK for such a long time, looking at the civil engineering industry, um, there is a huge demand. So obviously, if you're already civil engineer, actually you have a degree, I would highly encourage you do the masters in civil engineering here in the UK and stay in the same line. Obviously you have the background civil engineering, and it will be quite easy to get into the settling into the industry here. Obviously, when it comes to the job, as I keep repeating the same thing, it comes to your presentation, communication sort of skills there, of a bit of your technical skills in civil engineering. That's all you need. And in terms of the job opportunities, I'm sure, yeah, if you look for the job portals, the generic sort of job portals I generally mentioned, the Indeed.com, CVLibrary.com, TotalJobs.com, engineers.net, LinkedIn. So these are the a few sort of, yeah, job portals that currently in use, actually widely used here in the UK. You can search the jobs for civil engineers there, and I'm sure you can find out lots of jobs there. Even if you search for the graduate jobs, we call it graduate jobs, means you're a fresher, you have no job experience actually in your field. So you have completed your degree and you come into the job market. That's why you call it graduate job. And you can find, actually you search the graduate jobs there on these websites, and I'm sure that that will give you a bit of encouragement how many jobs there are for the graduates there. They are available here for grab, actually, for engineers. In terms of the different sort of scales, yeah, how much, yeah, they can earn, the IT can earn, and the civil engineer, if I average it out, basically the average salary for civil engineer and average salary for IT, that pretty much same in the UK. So there no huge difference. The difference comes in when you're working as a contractor. There's a huge difference when you work as a contractor rather than a permanent employee. So there's a huge difference between the scales. I mean, you earn a lot more as a contractor, and the sole reason is, as a contractor, you are not getting the benefits the permanent employee gets. That's the difference actually. But obviously, if you as a graduate, I won't encourage you, definitely I will not encourage you to go straight into the contracting side to do the contract job rather than the permanent. Although they give you a lot more money, but it's a lot risky, because you're risking in a sense that if there's any sort of about the project, if there's any problem, or yeah, they don't need any people, you will be the first online to get rid of yourself, basically, as a contractor. I mean, that's the easy sort of, yeah, reduction in the staff number. So as a graduate sort of, yeah, member, I wouldn't encourage you to go for the contract. That's where the most of the money is in the industry, whether that's in IT or in engineering as well. But obviously, once you get a bit of experience, 3 4 years 5 years experience, then definitely you can jump over to the sort of, yeah, the contracting job, and you can earn a lot more. Even I would say you can double your salary in contracting, but obviously at the expense of all the benefits. Like, I mean, as a permanent employee, you generally get all the annual leave, about 25 days annual leave that's paid, your sick leave that's paid, and also we got the 8 sort of bank holidays that is paid as well. any sort of medical, if you're sick, you'll get paid for those as well. So all these benefit, the pension sort of contribution from the employer, you get those contributions as well. So all these benefits you get as a permanent employee, but as a contractor, you completely, yeah, basically you are completely ignored from all these benefits, and you get basically that is weighed as an extra sort of, so you get paid as a money instead of all those benefits. So they're all accounted as a money, so you get the whole lot there. But you earn a lot more, but obviously without any benefits. And the risk is when there is a risk to the project, basically if something happens to the project you're working on, you will be the first online, I mean, to get rid of yourself, and you again you have to struggle again to find another job. So I wouldn't encourage you as a graduate to go directly into the contracting, but in terms of the permanent employee, they work exactly, I would say, pretty much similar. IT engineering in the UK, they earn exactly the same amount of money. My encouragement or my advice would be, you are a civil engineer, and obviously I need to grow the civil engineering community. No, I'm not biased, but obviously I'm just sharing the facts here. I'm sure if you ask the IT sort of, yeah, IT professional here in the UK, they would encourage you to go into the IT. But obviously you already have the background, the civil engineering, so that's where I would encourage you to go into the stay into the engineering industry, and I'm sure you can find your feet here, find the job here. And I said, I mean, if it comes to earning the money, I can give you those skills, yeah, the contracting skills later on, and you can ask those questions later on, so I can share those skills, which I've done actually myself as well. If I'm honest, I was permanent employee, and I actually changed myself to the contracting, and where you get all the money actually from the employer, but with the expense of all the benefits, you don't get any benefits. So I hope, guys, that clarifies your questions. Thank you very much for your involvement. That was quite a good sort of session. And for those who didn't like my video, my sort of, yeah, responses, I don't ask you to press the like button, but those, I mean, they found this useful information, please do press the like, and also subscribe to the channel. I would really highly recommend, I mean, just keep in touch with me if you got any question about, especially in civil engineering, so I can encourage you. This is all free, so I'm giving my time an hour a week on Sunday. So if you have missed actually any of these earlier questions, I will upload this onto my YouTube channel, so you can repeat and find out, yeah, the answers you might have missed earlier. But thank you very much for your involvement. I will quickly run through a few questions from the comments, actually the live chat there, to see if I can answer any questions there. But apart from that, I believe I've covered almost all the questions there. Uh, and Obviously, if you got more question, do comment on my YouTube channel and my videos there as well. I do try to answer as quickly as possible, but obviously due to my personal commitment and personal sort of, yeah, jobs as well, it's not always easy actually to respond straight away. I can see some impatience sometime there. Basically, the people, they ask the response straight away, yeah, from me, but which is not always possible. Let's see. The question from Arif Vlogs: in this world, the only civil engineering is hub to other like this. Let's see. Wow, thank you very much, Arif. That's encouragement. Yeah, that's what I like. Thank you. M. Roshan, good day, brother. Could you tell what all job can we do after MSc civil engineering? What jobs? So, brother, there are different jobs you can do. Basically, as a design civil engineer, you can do with a consultancy. That's where you go with the design sort of side. You can do the site work with a contractor, basically. So that would be like a site engineer role, or maybe construction management. You move to construction management. So these are the different sort of, yeah. So you either stay in the consultancy. Consultancy means the design is basically like the big consultants. We have the Atkins, Arup, AECOM, WSP. I mean, these are the international sort of big companies that all basically exist here in the UK. So you will stay with them, with the consultants, if you're interested in the design side. If you're interested in the construction side, basically what the contractor do on site, you will go as a site engineer, setting out engineer, or construction management sort of role. So these are the different jobs you can do, and that will be with the contractors. And again, we got a huge big sort of, yeah, world renowned contractors here, which you can basically take the opportunity there. Right. Question. Thank you, Mohammed Roshan. Appreciate you. Great effort. Thank you, brothers. RF vlogs. Is it useful if I study Prince 2? Brother, if you are interested in project management or construction management, definitely, yeah, that is a skill you need to have. Prince 2 or Primavera 6. I mean, these are the skills you need to have. If that is something you are planning to go into, so definitely I would encourage you. It's always good to have skills basically in your specific field. Obviously, if you are not thinking about project management, then it's I would say it's not important for yourself. If you're doing as a design engineer, if you're encouraging, basically that is your interest, then I wouldn't encourage you to go and basically go in really deep details in the Princess tool, because these are related to the construction manage, like the project management sort of skills there, like Princess 2, Primavera, MS Project. So these are those skills you need in the management side. Dilip Kumar, tell me the course for civil engineering in design field in the UK. Civil engineering design. So obviously, brother, if you're doing design, civil engineering generic, you can do MSc in civil engineering. The design, other design will be structural engineering. That is design part as well. So it's completely up to your choice what design you are interested in. Whether you're interested in the civil engineering design, you interested in structural engineering design, you interested in any other sort of, yeah, highway transportation, railway. So they all come as a different sort of design size. So whatever is of your interest, you can choose your own course there. Arifilo, Ramadan Mubarak to you too, brother. Right, question from Fancy Kumar. Thank you for answering my question. Thank you. Hello. Thank you. That's all. MSc Business Intelligence and Analytica. Pranjal Palmer, MSc Business Intelligence and Analytics scope. That's out of my scope. That's beyond my sort of imagination. I can't encourage you on something which is not my competency. Unfortunately, Pranjal, your comment there, but. Definitely, it looks, yeah, the cyber security, that sort of side is very sort of in demand here. If that's something relating to that sort of side, so obviously it's a huge scope. But otherwise, I completely just ignore me. Actually, I don't know much about the business intelligence, if I'm honest. So I can't encourage, or I can't say anything more than that, unfortunately. Right, brother, I'm trying to hotel booking. This is from Aman. Brother, I'm trying to book a hotel booking last night, but it shows payment failed. I got email. Payment details have failed and booking automatically cancelled. Please complete a further booking via website talking care to wallet payment. Should you still require your managed quarantine package? Brother, I think the complication comes in, Aman, when you start booking the quarantine. If you don't allow enough sort of time, because the system is overwhelmed here in the UK, that there's no much space basically, especially in the London, if you're traveling to the London, especially. So that's where your payment get cancelled. So there's no enough sort of rooms available for your booking. So if you're doing basically advanced booking, like, I mean, 2 or 3 weeks in advance, so definitely this won't be a problem. Other problem might be the details, the payment details you're providing might not match with the whoever card you're using. Make sure that they all matches as well. I don't know the exact sort of, yeah, context there why they're refusing it, but these could be the problems, the issues you may facing there. So make sure, if you can't find basically at the airport, you're actually obviously if you intend to come to the London Heathrow, this might be that there's no more rooms there, and that's why your payment and your booking is not going through. So you can try the other sort of, yeah, like I mean Cardiff or some Manchester or Birmingham, sort of other sort of airports as well. You can try those ones. I'm sure that's going to work there, but I don't know the whole context there. But obviously if you give enough notice to the quarantine hotel, I'm sure, yeah, you won't face any problems there. um, I hope this is useful. Right, another question from M Roshan: could you suggest a budget friendly university to do 1+1 MSc civil engineering program? uh, my understanding is 1+1, brother, is you're thinking about one taught course plus one industrial placement, if I'm correct. So MSc budget engineering program, brother, I did upload a top 10 cheapest university in the UK on my YouTube channel. Please have a look at those universities and just go through those top 10 universities. They are the cheapest in the UK. If they're providing your course content, I will go with that one, and that will be the best option for yourself. uh Morali, I think we already talked about Morali. Ankit, are you trying from debit? Okay, he's helping there. Thank you, Ankit. uh I will ignore those ones. Okay, so that's a discussion from Ankit with that booking. I think I've covered all of them. Muhammad Anon, I would like to take structure engineering, but my agent told it would be easier for me to get a job in the UK if I take quantity surveying. Brother, how does the agent knows about the scope? He doesn't know about the civil engineering. Is he a civil engineer? Does he know what civil engineering is? He's an agent, and I don't know why he encourages you to do the QS rather than the structure engineering. My